I was coming across the table. I love the sizzle. This is it from Rastelli. Ray Rastelli is not only our most recommended brand 1 year, but 2 years, says you. It is also our #1 food brand and best grilling food. What are you looking at? You're actually looking at a reserve center cut sirloin steak. Well, what does a reserve mean? Reserve means that this is aged not 28 days, but 45 days. What does that mean for you? These are hand cut, the leanest cut of meat, super tender, super juicy, everyday usage up to you that you're gonna have in your freezer ready to cook when you want deliciousness. Here are the stories on these, and we also have auto delivery. So if you come with me here, we've got your set of 10 that can come to you, and you're looking at $9 and change for a steak. When you go to the 20 count, $8.20 for a 6-ounce center cut sirloin steak. What steakhouse, tell me, what steakhouse can you go and get that kind of quality meat? And when we went from 10 to 20, we didn't double our price. We didn't do 97 times 2. We're actually gonna save you $31.90. We're gonna ship it to you for free. We let you pay for it in 5 monthly payments. There is an auto delivery every 90 days, and that auto delivery means you lock in this price, you lock in the easy pay, you lock in the savings. Let me tell you how popular Rastelli has been. We've sold more than 4 million Rastelli steaks. And that's here at QVC. But who else does Rastelli service? They service the #1 7-star restaurant in the world in Dubai. Now, how do you like your steak? And where are you gonna get it? Right now. I'm gonna welcome in Ray Rastelli. M71143 is your item number. His steaks are juicy, they're delicious, however you wanna make it. And I love always having Rastelli meats in my freezer. Hi, Ray Rastelli, nice to see you.
Rachel, it's great to see you, and you're making me so hungry. The juice that when you slice through there, the juice that's on that cutting board, just think about that. You take that one slice, you put it in your mouth, that juice and that flavor, because it's a reserve Black Angus, is the difference that you get in this great steak.
Yeah, it's the difference. And Ray Rastelli is what we like to call America's butcher. And in this time, we have turned to him more than ever before. But it's really the provenance of where we get our meat and the cut. Ray, will you talk to us about choosing this particular cut in the reserve? We're going to get flavor and tender and juiciness, and we can use it every day.
Yes, you are. And so here's what we've got. When we think about reserve, first of all, this is Black Angus beef, the finest beef in the world. Comes from small family farms, Rachel, that I've trusted for over 40 years now, right? So that's really important to me. I want to make sure when the folks come in my butcher shop or come here to QVC, they get exactly what we would be given to our mom, and that's the very, very best. So this Black Angus sirloin then is aged for 45 days. So when you think about the aging process, that's a natural process. That means enzymes and proteins just do their natural thing. And what does it do? It actually makes the steak very, very tender. But because it's the sirloin, it's a nice lean steak. You see, there's no fat on this steak at all, not one little morsel of fat. And the reason being, we trim it all off. We want to make sure you're going to be able to eat from one end to the other. And Rachel, you know, I call this steak the everything steak.
Yes.
And there's a reason for it, because it is so lean and it has no fat on it. I turn this into kebabs. I turn it into fajitas. I put a pocket in it and I stuff it. I can pound it out and make a fried steak. I mean, just think about what you can do with it. But just as a steak, as you've got it right there, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, it is tender and juicy. And come with me, and I'm just going to walk across the table for a second. And then, Ray, I know that you've got some ideas for us. But if you wanted to use this, he just was saying you could make it for a kebab, but maybe you're going to put it on top of this beautiful salad, which is just absolutely gorgeous. Maybe you want to put it on some mushrooms. I'm looking for my words here. mushrooms, and also you're seeing some Brussels sprouts. How delicious, and asparagus. Or another plate, again, that looks like a 5-star restaurant. It's M71143. That's your item number. Maybe you love a chicken fried steak. Ray, I know that you've got some demonstrations for us there of how you're going to use it, but frankly, it's the protein in your refrigerator that tastes amazing and delicious. It's for your chili. It's for your kebabs. It is for your chicken fried steak, as we just mentioned there. You have some more ideas for us, friend?
I do. So, I took one of the steaks here, Rachel, and all I did was sliced it thin. I want you to see something. This is a fork, right? But the juiciness in this steak, look at it. That is what the difference is. When you get that out of a steak that's been resting here for about 15 minutes after I cooked it, and I cooked these to 135 degrees, because remember, after you take it out of your oven, it's still going to cook for about 10 minutes. So whether it's in your oven, your broiler, on your grill, in your air fryer, that's what you get. That's the tenderness, that's the juice that you want to get out of a steak. And each and every time you get it with this. But let me show you what I do with the fork on the steak. Look, right through my steak. Now, when I can do that with a fork right through the sirloin steak, what does that mean? It means it's been aged. It means it's tender to the touch. Everyone is going to be flavorful. So what do I like to do with it? For me, it's really simple, especially late at night. I just go right on a salad. When I get home and I don't want to eat anything too heavy, I take one of these, I slice it into these beautiful slices. It goes on a steak. All I need at that point is my dressing. And I've got a very lean steak. I've made a really smart selection from a health standpoint, but I've got all the flavor and tenderness that you get from a great steak that you would get out of a steakhouse.
Yeah, I love that. Jane, let me bring you in, because you and I, carnivores, we like our steaks.
One of my favorite things to do, and actually, I think they're the easiest thing to prepare to success. So with these, if you're grilling, you can really easily grill them, do it slow and steady. I love doing them in cast iron, Ray, so I'll take them and put them in a hot cast iron pan, sear them on both sides, finish them off in the oven, and they're tender and delicious, just like you said, to that 135 degrees on the interior, and then let them cook and rest in that state for another 10 minutes. The flavor of your meats is the key, which is why we love it. And these are available with auto delivery, so you can lock into them and get them every 90 days.
And since everything just started and the world kind of turned around, so many brand new customers have chosen to come in on Rastelli's, because we want to have the meat that we can rely on, we know where it comes from, in our freezer to feed our families. So the 10 count is $97.90, or 5 easy payments of still under 20 bucks, $19.58. That means each one of these 6 ounces, so over a quarter-pound steaks, is $9 and change. Double your order, you're going to save $31.90, almost $32, and we can get it home to you for 5 easy payments of $32.78. That 5 easy payments goes away at the end of the day. These are reserve, so they're aged longer, and they're from Rastelli, which is the 2-time Customer Choice Award winner for most recommended brand. Ray, I love that you're bringing us flavor and consistency and reliability. And by the way, nice to see you, and I want everybody to know that you actually pack them perfectly for us. So I'm just showing this, especially in this time. Ray Rastelli, thanks, friend.
Thank you, Rach. Great to see you.
Take care.
Thanks, Jane.
Nice to see you.
Bye-bye now.
Here comes our pick of the show.
Well, and you know what? It's a really